how can they utilize AI in like a technology like Unisense to actually bring themselves up to that next level of technology that the big boys play on a daily basis?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kevin, because that's the one that I think we've worked with more than 500 retailers in the last few years, and when I say the big guys, I think we're talking to the really, really big guys, like the Walmarts and the Amazons. But even the next level of folks, they themselves don't have everything that the super big guys have. And when you go all the way down to an e-tailer that's on Wix or Shopify as a platform, there's a big gap, a big gamut of things that people need. So take a brick and mortar store, for example. Most of them use point of sale systems. And a lot of these point of sale systems have built-in analytics today. And some of these are connected with their CRM tools that can connect the two together and then start recommending things. Still, there's a long way they can go, because the AI is not completely identifying trends and patterns and correlations that can really help them go into assortment planning. They're all in merchandising, but very little is going back into assortment planning. So that's definitely an area where they can use AI to improve their planning, because there's a certain cost to them, non-refundable cost of actually stocking the product. So that's an area where take your point of sale data and do future analysis of it, and use AI to tell you which of these things are, assign a weightage to a product that's coming in. The second thing is just predictive analytics and forecasting. So the being able to use the predictive analytics to forecast what's going to come down the road is, again, something that's really interesting, because it's not just which product, but what's the quantity of the product. Based on that, I adjust my inventory level. And that makes all the difference between, breaking even, turning a minor profit to turning a huge profit. And the one thing that every retailer wants to do is avoid stockouts. And that's, again, another big thing. The third thing is just customer insights. I mean, who's walking into my store? Who's visiting my store? Based on my advertising campaign, who's likely to visit my store? So Unisense, for example, plays a very interesting role here. We're able to create virtual storefronts for for the small and medium e-tailers that just present the entire product suite very, very differently. It's not just about saying I've got t-shirts and sweaters and other things. I'm going to get 20 different types of people coming in looking for t-shirts and sweaters. Can the AI automatically sort my assortment and say, present your products this way for this kind of customer? And that's very valuable, because if I have 1,000 items in my inventory, my cell phone can only show 10 at a time. So what 10 do I show? Which categories do I show? AI can play a very big role there. And finally, the core of it is inventory optimization. What do I get rid of and how quickly? If something sat on the shelf for 3 months, then is there a chance it'll sell? Is hope a good strategy here? And I can't just say it's going to sell in the next 1 month, but I can tweak the AI to say, find a way to sell this in the next 1 month. And then the AI can find ways to make that relevant to the customer base that I already know. The other thing, which is good for medium to larger retailers, is just competitive analysis. What are people talking about on competitor sites? What's moving? What is moving in social media? Am I carrying those products? If I am, and they're not top sellers, how do I actually bring them to the fore? And I love this example, Kevin. I mentioned it last time as well. There's this one neon shirt that's sitting in my inventory. And it's going to be good for this one customer who likes that color. how quickly can I surface that neon shirt? For an online e-tailer, that's a great problem to solve.
Right. Well, it's interesting because in the retail space, hope normally equates to super discount or deep discount. And I think, what's great about the use of AI is that now it takes away that we're not moving these. We haven't moved them in 2 years. Let's clear them out. To why are we not moving them? What are the components of the piece? What are the materials? How does that fit to something you talked about last webinar? Does it fit to a zodiac sign? Does it fit to a festival, an event, a sporting event? And really how to maximize that, where I think historically, if you had a set of 6 boxes of neon green t-shirts that aren't moving, they do move. They move towards the back of your storage, and they move further and further and further back until the point where you got to get rid of them. You either throw them out and write them off, or you give them away at ultra discount, where I think with the use of AI and what you explained last week, and really what you're digging deeper into this week, is with the AI tool, you're able to get into that element where now who will buy it, who is the ideal customer, and how do we promote it? And it's not only a neon green shirt, but it's a neon silk green shirt with a piping collar and it's slim fit, and those type of things. And then you overlay the other aspects to it. So I can see where AI is extremely powerful in that space and how it can help.